Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sean Synapse. All right, before we get to the show today, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that wished me a happy birthday last week. You guys are great. I really appreciate it. I'm really blessed with some great family and great friends. I wanted to thank you guys sooner on my YouTube channel, but I've been a little bit under the weather. I haven't been feeling good. In fact, I was in the emergency room last night, but I'm feeling much better today. So I figured today was a good day to shoot a YouTube video. Okay, real quick before we get to the show, what a great game by the Eagles last night. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's great. They've won 8 in a row. They're 9-1. Let's just keep it going, guys. Okay, so today's show is about the greatest comebacks, or what I think are some of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Now, what I've done is I picked my top 3. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion, and you folks are going to have your own opinion, and that's great. So go ahead and leave those in the comments below and see if we kind of correspond. Here we go. Number 3 on the list, the 1993 AFC wildcard game between the Houston Oilers and the Buffalo Bills. Now, these two teams played prior a week ago in Week 17, and the Oilers blew them out in that game. And that's how this game actually started. The Oilers were blowing them out. In fact, the lead got so insurmountable that the Houston Oilers were up 32 points midway through the third quarter. Now, the Buffalo Bills also lost their starting quarterback, Jim Kelly. So the backup quarterback had to back in and lead them to victory. So the Buffalo Bills come all the way back from a 32-point deficit to tie the game and send it into overtime. And Steve Christie, the field goal kicker for the Buffalo Bills, wins the game on a field goal and sends the Buffalo Bills to the next round on a 41-38 victory over the Houston Oilers. It's known as the greatest comeback not only in playoff history, but also in NFL history. What a game. I remember watching it. Number 2 on the list. Now, here's a sport I haven't really talked much about or at all, but this next greatest comeback in sports history is near and dear to my heart. The 2010 NHL hockey semifinals between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Boston Bruins. The Philadelphia Flyers were down 3-0 in the series. So the Boston Bruins are one win away from advancing to the next round, from advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, Boston is up 3-0 in the series, and the Flyers claw their way back and tie the series and force a pivotal Game 7. Now, the Flyers must have come out, lost in Game 7. They just didn't have their head on straight because Boston scored 3 quick goals and had a 3-0 lead in Game 7. But the Flyers don't give up, and they score 4 straight goals and win the game, Game 7, 4-3, and win the series 4-3. They're the third team overall in NHL history to come back from a 3-0 deficit. Go Flyers! Number 1 on the list. Now, a lot of Yankee fans are going to hate me for this, but it's the 2004 American League Championship Series in Major League Baseball between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. This is the second year in a row these two teams met in the American League Championship Series. Now, in 2003, the Yankees won in 7 games and then went on to the World Series and lost to the Florida Marlins at the time. The Florida Marlins won the World Series in 2003. Now, back to 2004. The Boston Red Sox are down 3-0 now in the series. Now, no other team in Major League Baseball history up to this point has come back from a 3-0 deficit and to win the series. And the Boston Red Sox do that. They're down 3-0 in the series, and they win 4 games in a row and go on to face the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series, and they sweep the Cardinals in the World Series. So that is the greatest comeback in Major League Baseball history. Now, those are my favorite 3 comebacks in all of sports. Now, like I said, those are just my opinions, so go ahead and leave your comments below. Let's have a little discussion. That would be great. So let's get to the trivia question for today. The trivia question was, now if you remember, I mentioned in the 1993 AFC wildcard game between the Houston Oilers and the Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly got hurt during that game. So this particular quarterback, somebody has to come in. The backup quarterback has to come in and step up. And he led the Buffalo Bills on the greatest comeback in NFL playoff history. What was the name of that quarterback? And what is he doing now in his career? I'll give you a hint. Look at my hat. Thanks for watching. You guys are great. Keep subscribing. Get your friends to watch. I appreciate it. Have a happy Thanksgiving. If I don't get to shoot another YouTube video before then, I'm out of here.